study GCSE French, then you're in luck because today we'll be going over my 1-minute presentation that helped me achieve a grade 9 in GCSE French. Just a disclaimer before we get started, the following essay was written by me, Maria, when I was doing my GCSEs, and thus permission has been granted for you students to use this resource as you please. As long as you're not going to monetize off it, that's perfectly fine. Also, a quick note that I am going to be releasing a video called 75 GCSE French Grade 9 Phrases. Now, a few of them are in this 1-minute presentation, but if you want to maximize your chances of getting those top grades in speaking and writing, then I suggest you watch this video. It's free and it gives you all of the lowdown of what they want you to say and more. So also another side note is that I wrote this about Module 6, I believe, which is about school, and in each sentence, I've got it packed full of grammar, so the sentences aren't random. They might seem random, but it's because it's formulated in that way to maximize the amount of high-level grammar I can put in it. So we'll be going through this in this video, so let's get started. The first line. En tant qu'étudiante, je suis intéressée par l'éducation dans le pays étranger. As a student, I'm interested in education of foreign countries. So you've got the present participle tense here, and also you've got the on, which is a very high level structure. And then you've got que, so en tant que, so as a, rather than I'm a student. Je suis intéressée par l'éducation dans le pays étranger. Okay, the next sentence. Cependant, which is viewed as a very high up phrase to use, however, but it's really easy to instill. Je ne pense pas qu'un système éducatif soit meilleur ou pire qu'un autre, puisque l'herbe est toujours plus verte chez le voisin. So, what you've got is you've got a nice word to begin it with, and then je qu'un système. So when you've got two words combined together like that, they tend to like that because it takes that additional skill to pronounce that. And you've got soit meilleur ou pire. So you've got the subjunctive tense embedded in there, and then you've also got meilleur ou pire qu'un. So you've got comparison, and comparatives are another way that you can achieve very high marks. You'll see some examples in my other video. Puisque, since, and then you've got a nice phrase here. I've forgotten the name of it, but it's when you have a more colloquial phrase, and they really love it when you embed that into your speech. Bien que ce soit amusant de faire un échange scolaire, si j'étais méchante peut-être que je détesterais le règlement de l'école étrangère, puisqu'il est interdit de mâcher de chewing-gum et de se maquiller trop. So we're starting that off with another subjunctive, which is the ultimate level tense. I call it the grade 10 tense because it goes way above and beyond. Of course, it would be fun, bien que ce soit amusant, de faire un échange scolaire, to do a school exchange. Si j'étais méchante, so using the if I was is a really nice way of embedding that tense in there. Peut-être, which is a really nice one, perhaps, because the French say peut-être a lot in their sentences. Je détesterais, so another tense there, le règlement de l'école étrangère. So you've got the conditional as well. Then you've got il est interdit de, so it is forbidden to. This is a really good phrase, another one of the 75 that help you achieve the top grades. Et de se maquiller trop, to, I didn't translate that here, but also to put a lot of makeup on. The next part. En fait, je ne déteste pas ce règle, je le trouve logique, puisqu'elle avait toujours été juste, et comme ma mère m'a toujours dit, l'école n'est pas un défilé de mode. So generally, that's a nice phrase to put, I do not hate these rules. So you've got an object pronoun here, a direct object pronoun in le, and an object pronoun here. And both of these are really useful to put. So it's basically the equivalent of saying, I find it, or I find them. And it's really useful to highlight your skill. I find them logical because they have always been fair, another tense there. And comme ma mère m'a toujours dit, like my mother has always said, school is not a fashion show. There you go, you've got another colloquial phrase there. So don't have to copy necessarily this phrase. Try and think of some normal phrases you would say in English, or you could even search up some of the phrases that said in French. Some of them are a bit odd though. So bizarrement, j'aime le uniforme scolaire. Il a l'air intelligent. Malheureusement, à la université, je devrais porter d'autres vêtements. So we've got a adverb here, bizarrement. J'aime le uniforme scolaire, quite a simple sentence. Il a l'air intelligent. So instead of saying, I like it, j'aime something, it's much more refreshing to hear il a l'air. It has the air of or elegance, or you can even say any adjective here. It's a really good phrase. Malheureusement, unfortunately, à la université, je devrais porter d'autres vêtements. So to constantly keep switching tenses is another key thing that you want to make sure you're doing within your French speaking. Mais, avant d'y aller, je dois d'abord passer mes élèves. J'espérais étudier le maths, l'informatique et le français, puisque ce sont mes matières préférées. Les ayant étudiés depuis longtemps, surtout le français, car ça va améliorer mon CV. So, this means but before going, avant d'y aller, that's another really good phrase, part of the 75. Je dois d'abord passer mes élèves. J'espérais étudier le maths, l'informatique et le français. So I hope to study. J'espérais étudier. This is a really good phrase because you can say j'espérais, you've got the present tense, I hope, and then you can add any infinitive. I hope to be, I hope to see, I hope to whatever. And then you've got a list here, which is good. And then ce sont, they are. That's a really good phrase to put. And then les ayants, étudient depuis longtemps. So this is a special, really special one that I won't reveal yet, but we'll go over it later. A nice structure to use. And then, yeah, that's how I ended that. So make sure it's worth 60 seconds, but really try and pack in as much as you can. Remember, what will happen is you've got your speaking exam, you write your 1 minute presentation, you memorize it, and then you say all of that, especially if it's an AQA exam. What do you say it all? And then your teacher starts giving you the picture photo card and then the other things. So that's what you have to do there. I wish somebody had a video like this when I was writing mine. Therefore, I would really, really appreciate it if you could subscribe to help me keep making these free resources. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon. If you want all grade 9s like me, subscribe now to Know for GCSE.